Welcome back to another episode of Legend and Comic Show. And today we're talking about a random person that was selected by a New York City physical therapist. And this man was a rapist basically. Sexually assaulted this woman while she was trying to get physical therapy. Now catch this. She originally thought that she was going to get physical therapy for a woman, but it turned out to be a man. Some type of way she feel like that they rigged up the paperwork and something went wrong in the midst of her getting to her therapist. But anyway, she claims she was sexually assaulted by a substitute physical therapist and claims that he was chosen randomly without a background check. Now, I can say this. Now that the world is so fucked up, they are really not following through with background checks when a lot of people get hired for jobs. And the reason why I know a lot of crooks from my past that then got older, that got charges. And I meet a lot of people, and they have charges and they're getting hired. And I remember years ago, if you went to jail and had some on your background, shit, you couldn't get nothing but a bullshit job that paid crumbs and nickels. And that's why a lot of people went right back to the streets and was doing what they did before they went to jail. Because when it's something that's on your record, you get out, you can't even make real money. So the human nature tells you, go back to what I know. And only a small percentage of people are strong enough to reinvent themselves and move on to something else. But anyway, not to get out the subject. The victim arrived for her regular appointment at Health SOS Physical and Occupational Therapy Park Slope location with her child. And she thought she'd be meeting with a man. Well, she found out she'd be meeting with a man instead of a woman, like she said. Now, when she got to court, she told the judge that John Moore touched her titties and tried to reach into her underwears and touch her pussy. Now, when you hear something like this, it down there makes you want to stop living, because it seems like everything out there in the world that you can run into on a daily basis is corrupted now. From the doctors to the teachers to the police to the lawyers to the politicians to the corner store clerk. They try to beat you out your money when you're buying something and they try to shortchange you. I mean, it seems like everybody is up to something right now. Now, with that being said, he moved her leg to touch his thing. So he basically moved her knee a little bit and got it to touch his dick because he was aroused and hard. Now, all while this going on, her kid was in the lobby room waiting on her. She said she tried to scramble out of the room, and the man asked her if she wanted to continue this at her home. Now, this is his story. You trying to sexually assault somebody, and as a professional doctor, you're supposed to be in the medical field, and you're bold enough after she rejects you to ask her if she want to continue this at home. Now, this is according to the Manhattan Supreme Court now. Now, Moore is from Brooklyn, was arrested and charged with forcible touching and sexual abuse. He pleaded guilty to the top count of forcible touching, completed 3 months of programming, and the charge was reduced to disorderly conduct, according to the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office. Now, the physical therapy office claimed they had no records on Moore, calling him a substitute and saying he had been randomly selected. Okay, I didn't know that on a job you could have a substitute worker. I thought that if somebody is not hired, they're hired through the company. Now, I have seen getting physical therapy where sometimes the physical therapy might have a very special appointment they have to go to, or vacation, and then they would have somebody to come in and take their place. Now, that's not really a substitute. It's kind of like a temporary worker, but they still should have documents and should have ran background checks on this person. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm looking at it like this here. I believe that this man has never been caught for what he's doing. And at the same time, I think that this could be a scenario of maybe the woman may have made him think that it was okay. I mean, it's so crazy in this world. People are trying to get money so much. I won't be surprised if a person will plot up something like this. Not to saying that's what she did, because a lot of women are getting aggressively touched and getting disrespected these days. And the men who do that, they need to be dealt with. They need to be dealt with accordingly. But it just amazes me just physical therapists. You can't even go to the doctor without having a fucked up day, without being comfortable, without feeling safe. Then now, I mean, people are already scared to go to the doctor as it is because they scared they're going to shoot you up with something you don't know about and fuck you up for life. And then when you hear a story about a woman just trying to get physical therapy, actually almost get raped inside of a hospital, this is bold. This is wild. You just tune into Legend to Come Show. We're going to break. Drop that thing. We'll be back in a minute. And when we come back, what we're going to be talking about on the next topic is something real juicy about a high school teacher charged for allegedly sending explicit text message to students. Be back in a minute.
So sexy, she so fly, working her hips, rocking her body. Them other girls lame, she can get naughty. Work it, girl. Twerk it, girl. Stop flirting, girl. Why you do it on purpose, girl?
Welcome back. Now, before we went on break, I was talking about a New York City physical therapist sexually assaulting, trying to rape a woman inside the doctor's office. And it was proven to be factual because he owned up to forcibly touching the lady, but he didn't own up to the rest of it. So like I said, it's hard for people to feel safe just going to the doctor. Now, this is a high school teacher on this next one that was sending explicit messages to the students. And guess how he was able to do that? I know you're wondering, how did a teacher get kids' number? He got it by telling the kids to set up an Instagram account. Yeah. A teacher at Fairweather High School in Fayette County, Arkansas, was arrested after explicit photos and language were discovered in the group chat that contained multiple juveniles. Franklin Shane Strickland is charged with 5 counts of solicitation of a minor and 5 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor. Now, according to the documents on December the 10th, the Fayette County Sheriff's Office received a report from the mother of a 15-year-old boy who said that her son had been receiving explicit messages from a teacher at Fairweather High School. This is what he was doing. That's the reason why all these laws that they trying to pass to say that kids know if they're going to be gay or straight in school, and they're trying to basically be able to motivate and talk to your kids, something that you should be doing as a parent, about their sexuality. This is why they trying to pass that law, for sick motherfuckers like this to be able to do what they want and not be accountable for it. Now, according to the documents, the teen reportedly told police that Strickland had approached him during the first 5 days of the school year, soon as it begun. And see, you know why? Because, let's just be honest, most people that I've seen gay, from my experience, most of the time they usually show signs of being gay in their teenage years. And people can pick up on it, and you can tell, or if they share that with you, that's what they like. And somebody that's sick as an adult, they're going to prey on that if they're gay themselves too. But they're not really gay, because a regular gay person has morals and they don't try to rape and molest people. They like the people that like them, that's of age, the right way, respectfully. So we can't try to talk about and bash gay people. We just talking about the sick people that are pedophiles, that hide up under that and try to make all the rest of the gay people in the world look bad, and that's not true. Now back to the story. Reports say that after opening an account, Strickland invited the teen to a group chat with 3 other juvenile students. So he was setting up a pedophilia ring. That's what he was doing. So he can be able to fuck and play with whichever little young boy he wanted to play with. That's why I'm glad they got this bastard. Now, 2 of the students were 15 years old and the others were 17. The student advised investigators that Strickland made sexually explicit comments to him in the group chat and in a private chat with just the 2 of them. Now, they was able to, look into the Instagram, and they found the messages. And then he had private messages just between the boy that he came to at the beginning of the year just by himself. This was the one-on-one one, separate. In the message that they found, this sick bastard would ask the kids to send him photos and video of themselves. So that's why I'm saying the little kids was gay. And he knew that, and he was preying on that they was young and had them sending sexually explicit pictures. Now, December the 15th, when the police served the search warrant, they seized the man's cell phone and laptop, right? Then they confirmed his Instagram name. He admitted to setting it up now, but guess what he tried to say? It was jokes. Who sets up a motherfucking chat with kids and tell them to send you naked pictures of them? Stop it. He thought that he might could wiggle his way out of it. And if you look at this motherfucker's mugshot, you can see that he looks like Jekyll and Hyde. You can tell that everything is not there. You can if you look into some of these people, when you see people out in public, the signs are there that something is going on in their brain that's not normal, the way their facial features look. Now, through further investigation, more sexually explicit content was found to have been sent to the 4 students. 5 images of nude minors engaging in sexual acts were found on Strickland's phone. So that means he looks at child pornography and gets off. Now, 2 of the students confirmed that he requested nude pictures of them through Instagram. You see that? Now, but they wasn't going to find none of this shit out unless that one parent that went through her child phone ended up figuring out what was going on. Now, to top it all off, in 2019, Fayette County Public Schools named this nigga 2018-2019 Teacher of the Year. Now, that really makes you say, God damn, somebody that we thought really cared about the kids that got Teacher of the Year is sick. See, some people get jobs with with interior motives on their mind. So that's why a lot of powerful people that's pedophiles try to get into politics. There's a lot of them. They get into politics to try to change the laws in favor of them. I'm sick of talking about this sick motherfucker. People, take care of your kids. Watch your kids. If your kid is real close to a teacher, go check that teacher out. Ain't nobody safe no more in this world we living in. We got a lot of sick, mentally ill people. You just tuned into another motherfucking episode of the Legend of Comedy Show. And it was educational today. It was to let you know that be aware and stay aware. Don't trust nobody with your badass kids, because you the only chance that they got in this future to be able to make it out here. Until the next time, until the next episode, do something with yourself. Do something with your life. You just might be somebody one day, nigga. And by the way, happy motherfucking New Year.